So today I thought I'd show you our most used paperwork that we use for childminding. There is quite a lot of it, and you do go through quite a lot of pages and a lot of printing out and things like that. But most of it is things that I've made myself rather than actually buying to save me some money. So I'll show you what we actually do. So our first one is our weekly planner. Now this is basically like the register. So I make these myself on Word and Excel, and the child's name goes in here, the week and the month of the year, and then the times that they arrive and leave. And then at the end of the week, or at the end of the day if they're only a day child, then the parents sign here and I sign here to confirm the hours. These you can buy, but to make myself and my mum save some money, we made our own, and they are double-sided, and they just get put in a little file that we've took the first cover off, and each week is then thousands of these over and over again with all the children's names on, and it's just nice and simple, easy to read, straight to the point. So next then we have our Morton and Michelle folder, which is pretty much out every week. So it has all of these lovely little tabs that you can get down the side that all have lovely little pages on to have a look through. Now most of this, when you buy Morton & Michelle, because it's an insurance company that you get while you're a childminder, we got this when we first started and all of it was included, and we don't hardly use any of it. So if you were going to buy it, only really go through it before you buy it and make sure you're only buying what you actually are going to use. So for the child record forms, you're definitely going to need them because you need them with the contract. Long-term and short-term medication, you're definitely going to need them because you need to document every time that you give child medication. Accident and existing accidents, you're definitely going to need because you need to you need to record everything that's happened and all the injuries that have happened to a child up until their 21st birthday. You have to keep all of these in your loft. Keep them safe. Don't get rid of them. So for the child record forms, you need one of these for each of your contracts. This is all of the details for the child, the parents, who to call on emergencies, and the medical records. And then they just sign the bottom and you keep a copy, and the blue one is theirs to keep. Now for the long-term and short-term medication, if I show you a blank one, because we always keep ours all together. So it's the child's name, what there's wrong, what medication, the dosage, and basically you just fill it in every time that the child has the medication. Accident and injuries is pretty much as it says on the tin, what happened, where it happened, and then you circle on the little body of where it's on the child. Existing injuries is if they've done it at home, and then you just fill it all out like that. The next one would be our monthly checklist. So this gets ticked every month when we've actually finished everything for every child. So most of it is straightforward. So like the first aid box, I check December and January. I need to check, whoops, if everything's up to date and all in date, and that we've got everything in there that we need. We've got a checklist in the first aid box of what's needed inside it as well. And then we've got our daily risk assessments. They are basically you walk around the house and make sure everything is the date, like the day it was before. So no cables out, no mess out, the doors are safe, there's no broken toys, there's no, just general everything really. The risk assessments, you have to check that they're up to date, so when we go out to the zoo they have their own risk assessment and we have to then make sure that it's up to date with them. Activity planning, if you have a look at my other video you'll see how I do my activity planning and if we've done it for the month ahead, so that one's up to date. Children's learning diaries, I did show you as well what our learning diaries look like, and we have to make sure at the end of the month they're finished from the month before. So December's done for November and we're just waiting for January to be finished for December's children. Contract reviews, so every month we go through all of the contracts to make sure that all the parents' details are up to date, phone numbers and things like that. safer food file, that is for hygiene reasons. You have to do that as well. Our Smelly Belly Award. Now, nobody won in December because we were only open 2 weeks. But our Smelly Belly Awards are up here. And it's for the child to get the most stickers out of their sticker books. They get a lovely little teddy. The parents' bills to make sure that they're up to date. All the receipts. Tax receipts, we are a bit behind on them. Whoops. Word checklist would be something we do every 3 months for the children. To make sure that they're saying the words correctly and to see how far ahead or far behind they are if we need to pull them up on things like that. So every word that we hear the child do gets ticked off on their file. Parent feedback form, we only do that once a year, so it is in June this year. Will be like a little questionnaire that goes home and we'll see what all the parents think and what we need to improve on. The fire drill is every month. We do try and do with every single child, but sometimes, you know, if they're off sick, then it gets pushed back and then they have to do it the next month. And payment records, they are for me to check that the parents have paid each week. So yeah, I just made this on Word and I just print it off, and then when I'm finished halfway, they'll get deleted and I'll do another 6 months to catch up as well. So then we have the list of the dates that the learning diaries went home, so we can keep up to date with them, and these go home every 3 months. Sometimes they do get a bit far back if we need to put more photos in, or if we need to catch up with observations and things like that, then it could be a couple more months on top of that. But we generally say every 3 months they go home, and then they get parent comment to sign at the back, and then the date of that gets put on here so we keep up to date. This is our parent notice board, which normally goes on our door over here, and it just tells the parents what we did and what we're doing if it's in the future. So September would be our trips down to the beach and looking at the scarecrow for the competition, when our Halloween party is, so the parents then know when to dress them up, and our holiday dates. I also found this on the internet. If you actually search "keep me at home if poster," then this will come up, and it's just a great way to keep on top of the parents, to show them what we can't accept in on the day if they're vomiting, have a rash, diarrhea, etc, etc. And it just stops them from feeling pressured to ask us every time. They can just see that it's on the door, and basically this is our policy if they're sick. Then we have our Buttons the bear that goes home with the children every year, and he has a week with them, and the parents put some photos in and say what he's actually done, and then the book will come back with Buttons, and then the child will sit at the front of story time and tell everybody what's happened and where he's been and things like that. So this is Monkey's page when Buttons came on holiday with us to Butlins. Then something that every childminder needs is a spare paperwork file, because the amount of times that I have to go and print stuff off over and over again is crazy. So I print double or even more if I have to, and everything just gets put in here so I can grab it quick and just give it out. So it is information for parents. We have our fact files basically that go in the back of the learning diaries, and then when we're doing the observations and assessments, we can go through and see if the child can name the shapes, name some numbers, and we have our letters under that page as well, but something's in the way. We then have our word checklist. That's what I was trying to explain before. So we go through and see if the child has said any of these. We tick it, we date it, and we say if they haven't said it correctly. So if they say more, but they say it is or, then you write or in there. And then later on down the line, you see if they can say it again correctly. We have our goodbye pages when the child is leaving. We have student profiles when we had our students, but we can't do them anymore because we have an assistant. our school readiness leaflets and our Ofsted leaflets, which we have to give out to parents. A couple of activities, some more leaflets for parents. So yeah, you basically get the general gist of what's going on. Policies and procedures, sticker book pages, more information for parents, parent comments that goes in the back of the learning diaries. Just everything gets put in here. So I hope that helped you a bit if you're starting out, or if you're already being a childminder, then good luck. If there is any more videos you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments down below and I can help you out. Would you be interested in if I did a video about our topics each month? Let me know down below as well. So I'll see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe.